Hey guys, Dennis Bishop here from GreatCornerback.com and CornerbackTraining.com. Know you guys here today to figure out how to cover faster receivers. Now we're gonna get right into it. So basically, there's two ways that you can cover that you can make sure you cover faster receivers, still make plays on the ball, and make sure you disrupt the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. Now, one thing a lot of guys when they think about faster receivers, they think sometimes, okay, this guy is faster than me, so they get scared and they get rattled and okay, how am I going to do this? And the first thing you have to realize is that just because a guy's faster than you, straight line speed, doesn't mean that he's going to be faster than you in short areas. So you may be able to laterally keep him on the line and disrupt the route between him and the quarterback. So that's the first thing. The first way that you can cover faster receivers is to press. When you press and you can stay in front of a guy, you basically disrupt the route between him and the receiver, and it basically you stop the play. Now this is going to be a pretty quick hangout because this topic is really not. It's a few things that I'm going to get across. So I gave at GreatQuarterback.com, I gave an example of when I had to cover Deshaun Jackson. So my brother played at Cal, and I probably told you guys this. My brother, he's a linebacker in the NFL right now. There's some of his stuff back here, and I would go up there, when I was on my pro journey, I would go up there to get work and get to do one-on-ones with Deshaun Jackson and Lavelle Hawkins. Deshaun plays as a receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, and Lavelle is a receiver right now with the San Diego Chargers, respectively. So I would go up there to go get work. These are two of the best guys in the Pac-10. So let me go up and get some high-level work, and that's a side comment. Let me go on a tangent. If you want to get better, if you really are interested in perfecting your craft, go against guys who are faster than you. That's the way to get better. And so I would go there to go and get work with guys who were faster than me, and who would get me. But here's the thing: you keep doing it over and over again, and you get to a level where you're comfortable with these guys. You start to dominate. You start to get them. And once you start to do that, anybody who's not as good as them might as well not even line up. So let's get into the second point. So the second way that you can cover faster receivers is to get safety help. That's what the safety is there for. He's the safety valve. A lot of guys, we're proud. We want to say we locked you up man on man. It's mano y mano, and we want to win that battle all the time. But football is not just about your physical capabilities. It's also a team game. It's also a game of wits and angles and inches. So what you have to do, some other things you can do to play with the offense's head is to play teamwork. Get with the safety. You can combo it with playing press. So at the same time you play press, you can get with the safety. Tell the safety, look, dog, I'm gonna press this guy. If he gets by me, I need you to get me. I need you to get me deep. Help me deep. And what that does is it tricks the offense because they think, and they get so disrespectful. I really don't like this. So like how you line up, and if they think they got a mismatch, they do that thing where they pat their head. Oh, I hate that when quarterbacks and receivers do that, because that is just total disrespect. And so what you do, and you're tricking them because they think, oh, we got this guy beat. And they tap their head, and oh, mismatch. They call it a mismatch, and so they think they got you, and then they don't know that you've told the safety to help you out. So boom, they snap the ball. Maybe he gets by you, and then you're in a trail technique. So when you're in your trail technique, What happens is the quarterback thinks, okay, I got this guy beat. The safety comes over and either makes the play or blows the guy up. But here's the thing: even if he doesn't, even if he doesn't throw it, over. Even if the thing about that pass is quarterbacks have to fit that right in there. It has to be a perfect pass. A lot of quarterbacks can't make that throw. I mean, just look at Colin Kaepernick in the game, the NFC Championship. If he'd have made that throw to Crabtree, they're in the Super Bowl, and Seattle's going home. Most quarterbacks won't be able to make that throw. So when you do that, it's a gamble, but it's an educated gamble. Most likely you're going to win that battle. And so the second way that you can make this work for you with safety help is to play off. And it's the same thing. Instead of pressing and telling the safety that to help to get you deep, you can say, hey, look, dog, I'm going to play off, but I'm breaking on every short route, whether they run quick outs, quick slants, anything quick, you're breaking on it, going for the pick, whatever it is. And so you say, look, I'm breaking on everything short, get me deep, right? And so once again, you trick the offense. They think that, okay, this guy's playing one-on-one off, so we're going to dink and dunk him short. But when they do that, you licking your chops, ready to break on the route. So if they think that you back off, and that's the thing. Whatever you do, offenses like to take what you give them. So if you back off, they're going to take the short route. If you press, they think they got you deep. So what you have to do is play with their heads. You back off, but they don't know you have safety help. You tell your guy, look, I'm breaking on everything short. Get me deep. And this is what they do. If they see that you're playing off, what they'll do is they'll dink and dunk you short. And then once they start to see that's not working because you're breaking on everything short, what's the next thing they'll do? And some of you guys, put the answer in on the YouTube page, and let's see if you guys know where I'm getting at. But basically, you guys already know they'll double move you, right? Okay, this guy's breaking on everything short. Let's hit him with a double move. And once again, you're in a trail. The safety's coming over, and one of you guys makes the play. Because one thing about a double move is that it takes a longer amount of time. So quarterback is hurried. One, D-line may be getting there. And then two, once again, he has to fit that ball right in between your trail and the safety coming over. So, yeah, that's basically, how you beat faster receivers. You play with help. Now, on top of that, in my training program at cornerbacktraining.com, it's physical training. That's the physical part, the strength, the speed, the power. And if you want to see about that, go to cornerbacktraining.com. You can sign up for a 6-week free trial and try it out. But this game is also about your wits and being a student of the game. And like I said before, my brother played with arguably one of the best cornerbacks to ever play. I mean, the guy won the Heisman, Charles Woodson. And Charles Woodson, and my brother told me Charles Woodson was one of the smartest players he has ever played with. And here's some of his, he would get his own, and I have some of the DVDs. I don't know if you can see, that's kind of bright, but it's the Woodson edit of the film, of game film. So that's the Giants, and who was that? The Dolphins. He would get his own. He gets his own personal film to go study, and that added to his game. He's one of the best to play, and the reason why is because he's smart. I posted a week back about Richard Sherman, and Deion said he's the best, but he's not the fastest, he's not the most athletic, but he's smart. So you have to become a student of the game. And so, give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. And so, yeah, you can play around with this, play around trick offenses. But But yeah, that's basically it. You know, if you guys have any questions, I'm always available. You can always hit me at cornerbacktraining@gmail.com or greatcornerback@gmail.com. Guys, I finally figured out how to increase the price in the code. So the program is now $99, but you still have the option to earn it for free. If you get this, sign up for the program, sign up for an account. You have access to the 6-week free trial. And I've already had I don't know, he may be watching, but Mr. Palmer's son, Alex Palmer, he just used the program to go from a 4.7 to a 4.5. Guys, you will get results. And if you want to, you know, go earn it for free, like I said, you can download the free trial, post your workouts to the Facebook page, and send me a video every 3 weeks showing you doing drills, sprinting, basically showing your results and how much better you've gotten. And for every workout you miss, the price goes up now $15. So make sure you stay consistent. So let's see. I'm checking for questions now. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm checking for them now. Let's see. Download the free trial, post your workouts to the Facebook page, and send me a video every 3 weeks. Sorry about that. Do we have any questions? So it says, must suck if they have a running game, requires more players in the box, thus necessitating man-to-man coverage. Slot is one of the hardest receivers to cover because no boundary or help. Got it. Yeah, exactly. Go up top. Do you have any tips for a nickel? Okay, so Reef of the East, must suck if they have a running game that requires more players in the box, thus necessitating man-to-man coverage. Slot is one of the hardest receivers to cover because of no boundary or help. You are definitely right. Slot is actually we used to call it the X corner. The corner, you know, you have the outside corner, and then you have the X, and that is the hardest position to play because you have to cover basically both sides. You don't have the sideline to help you out. And as far as, you know, man-on-man being a necessity, you're right. Sometimes you're just going to have to play man. I mean, sometimes you just have to go man up. And that is why I have the program for guys. I mean, the third way, and here's the third way to cover faster receivers. The third way is to get faster. You know what I mean? So, you know, work on your speed. You know, if you go to cornerbacktraining.com, you know, it's speed, strength, DB footwork, and technique all combined, and you will definitely get results. So let's see. A lot of questions. Do you have any tips? So Still Raw says, do you have any tips for a nickel corner covering a slot receiver? It depends on if you're in man or if you're in zone. But if you are in man, I would suggest you play off. You know, you still play hard inside because that's the easier throw. You don't have the sideline as your help, as your friend. So play off. Play at 7. You know, backpedal or bail, whatever you do. Make sure you keep your inside leverage and don't let him get behind you. You know what I'm saying? If he does do anything short, or if it's a zone, make sure you call to your linebackers that he's going across. And yeah, don't let him get behind you. I mean, like I said to my man Reef of the East, sometimes you're just gonna have to man up, and that's why we get faster. That's why we work on our craft and get the physical part right. But as far as the mental stuff, you know, if getting help, playing the angles, you know, that kind of stuff will really help you. MT4, what's up, Mike? What's your take on guarding slots with two-way goes? Don't give them a two-way go. I wouldn't give them a two-way go. That's why. And so, I didn't finish the story about Deshaun Jackson. So, the first time I would go up there to cover Deshaun and Lavelle, and so we did two routes. Both times he did go route. He ran go routes. And the first time I got up on him, you know, I'm pretty fast myself, 4'4" guy, and not as fast as him. But I pressed. I got the jam. He's a smaller guy, so I was able to get the jam and run with him. And you know, we ran. They threw the ball. I almost got the pick, knocked it away, got the PBU, and I was like, okay, you know. And I got a little overconfident. So next time, I gave him the two-way go. I opened the gate. I got impressed, but I opened the gate and let him run. You know, let him run just to see if I could, but I shouldn't have, because you know he hit that second gear on me and scored a touchdown. And that taught me two things. If you want to cover a receiver that's faster than you, press. Make sure you get the jam. Two, don't open the gate. You know, do not open the gate. Make sure you press. You keep him in that box for a while, and it throws off the timing, and it throws off his speed too. It's not just the timing. You know, if you have especially a smaller guy like Deshaun, if you can get in his chest, he's not going anywhere. So, yeah, that's my answer to that. I hope that answers that question. Lauren Buchler says, what's your best strategy for covering the slant in man? Break on it fast. Soon as you see it, I mean, the thing about it is you can kind of periph and you can see the quarterback, and if you've ever read quarterback drop steps, you know when that arm is coming up, and so you can periph. You can, you know, you in your back pedal or your bail. I recommend back pedal, but if you're in your bail, and as soon as you see that receiver, you're already at inside leverage. Always be at inside leverage. I don't like this new bail outside leverage because you're giving away inside routes. But be inside, and as soon as you see him break, see his gut start to turn inside and go for the slant, break on it, you know, and be ready to get the pick. If he tries to double move you or run a Q route, whip route, recover and get on it. You know, and that's why in the program, all the drills are basically designed to mimic going against all those routes. You know, stop and goes, Q routes, out, in and outs. You know, so you can recover. So let's see, any more questions? Any more questions? Yeah. So yeah, as far as playing the slant and man, you know, I definitely recommend that you play inside. You keep inside leverage. You know, you make sure you're periphering the quarterback. You're watching for that quick drop, for that elbow to come up, and you poise ready to break on. You poise ready to break on everything, but especially short routes. You know what I'm saying? Because those, I like breaking on short routes. I think those are kind of like your best opportunity to take it to the house, because you know once you're deep and you get the pick, you have to shake the whole team to get to the end zone. If you can break on a quick out, quick slant, that's house. You're gone. So yeah. Who's my favorite corner in this year's draft? You know what? I don't have an idea. I've seen some guys that I liked. I don't remember names. I don't remember names. A lot of guys I don't know. A lot of people ask me names from college guys. I don't really know. I would have to look at them and watch them play. I would have to look at them. But Mike, if that's MT4, if that's Mike Ford, man, you need to be in the draft, man. You need to be in the draft, man. Keep working. You'll definitely be there. I like that film. I showed that film. I showed your film to my brother. He's like, man, that little dude is aggressive. What is a two-way go? A two-way go, Reef of the East asked, what is a two-way go? Two-way go is basically when, so if you have the sideline there, they obviously can't go that way. But if you're covering the slot receiver, he has a two-way go. He can go outside or inside. And so what I recommend when a receiver has a two-way go is take away one side. Preferably the inside because that's the easier throw. You know, if he gets past you, he's going past the linebacker, and you can catch the ball, beat the safety. That's touchdown. So definitely don't let him inside. You know, I always recommend play hard inside. That's how I was taught. And yeah, don't give away give them one side to go to. Do you recommend using an arm bar type of move for deep routes? Oh yeah, when you knock their arm when to stopping them from running. Yeah, to stop them from running. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, use that. Yes, yeah. Definitely use that. Thank you for adding that. That's definitely a tactic you can use to negate the receiver's speed. Is to basically what he's talking about is when the receiver's trying to run, you hit his arm to kind of stop his momentum, and it kind of slows him down so you can catch up and make the play, or you know, or stay with him, stay with the receiver. And one thing I like to tell the safety is, if you are coming over, you're gonna help me out, and you feel like you can't make the pick, knock the guy out. You know, it's not a nice game, fellas. Yeah, I thought it was. What's up, Mike? So, yeah, yeah, guys. If you have any more questions, keep them coming. We can be here till 6. Really. Let's see. Yeah. And yeah, you know, I posted a few weeks ago about it was about a month ago about, and I asked guys, you know, if you had to cover Randy Moss, how would you? And in the video, I think it was John Randall. He said he asked the other DBs on the Vikings at the time, like, how is this new guy? How, when he was a rookie, how is this guy? Man, and he was like, man, he's good. I wouldn't want to cover him. And the thing about it is, you can't have that attitude. You know, if you want to, like I said, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And the only way you can beat the best is to compete with the best. And I understood that, which is why, you know, I was coming from San Francisco. I would go all the way to Oakland and then to Berkeley to go get work with Deshaun Jackson and LaBelle Hawkins, because I understood that could only make me better, no matter how many times I got beat, no matter how many times, you know, like, you know, when I got burnt, okay, line up again, let's go again. You know, and even the other guys on the team wouldn't do that. I would sometimes be there because this was during spring ball, and I would be at the practices, and guys just wouldn't line up with them. They wouldn't want to do it. And I don't know if you guys ever seen Troy, but Achilles told the little boy told Achilles, I wouldn't want to fight that big man, and Achilles said, you know, that's why no one will remember your name. And so that always stuck with me, you know. So don't ever be intimidated by anybody. If somebody is better than you, keep going with them, keep getting better, you know, because once you conquer them, anybody who's not as good as them might as well not even line up. And that's why, you know, that's why we have the program. That's why you can work on and perfect your craft. Ooh. When you are so Lauren Buchler asks, when you are in a goal line situation and you know receiver's going to run like a slant, fade, or hitch, do you take your first step when jamming or back up then jam? On the goal line, I don't recommend backing up at all. You know, heels on the goal line, you're not backing up at all. If anything, you're going side to side. You know, because when you back up and you give them that space, receivers will take it, and that's the easiest way to get beat on like a back shoulder throw is when you give them that. The best way to defend a back shoulder throw is to stay square, you know, press the receiver, and then play through it. If especially when you're on the goal line, because you can keep hands on basically the whole time. You're on the goal line. It's not like if you're in the middle of the field and they can run past you 10 yards and then you have to, or 5 yards, you know, and then you have to let them go. On the goal line, you know, keep hands on, make sure you stay pressed, and then play through them to the ball instead of turning your back and then letting him, or backing up and giving him that go. Yeah, so my first you talk about defending the back shoulder fade. So the back shoulder fade, yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what I just said. Like if you're if you play square and play through the fade instead of turning, because when you turn, that's when they get you. You know, they want you to turn, open that hip, and then boom, they break. The ball's coming now. The thing about the back shoulder throw is that it's a time route, so it's coming fast. So the best way to play it is make sure you stay square, get the jam, and you can peripher the quarterback. You know when he's getting ready to, like I said, he's putting that arm up and he's getting ready to throw. So if you can stay square, jam this guy, you get it, you get in his hips, you jam him, and then you watch for the ball coming. You can kind of stay square, and if he tries to hit you with the back shoulder, play through it. Even if they fade, you can stay square, stay square with them instead of turning your back and running with them, because that's how they get you. They'll push you off, push you in your back, and catch the ball. Stay square, and then you kind of, and then you can turn your body towards the play. When the quarterback throws it, you can go up and get it. That's the easiest way that I've experienced to play it instead of giving up that route. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so that's it? That's the last. Yeah, no, that's the last question. Let's see. Any more questions? Nope. So, yeah, guys, we have about 4 more minutes. Like I said, if you guys want to ask me any questions, you can always email me at cornerbacktraining@gmail.com or greatcornerback@gmail.com. Let's see. And yeah, so I may have some surprises coming for guys who find value in the program and want to use it, and who purchase it. I may have some surprises coming through for guys to be able to and add a little more value to it. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for more questions. If you guys, great questions, guys. Thanks for who was more difficult to cover, Hawkins or Jackson? So here's the thing. It's funny because we call him Hawk, and I think Hawk is the more complete receiver. Deshaun is just super fast. He's just super fast. It's hard to beat that. Lavelle, the thing about him is you can't just press him because he's strong. He's a strong dude too, and so one of those dudes just cock strong for no reason, and just pressing him, it almost didn't work because he was fast. He could just go through your arms sometimes. Well, not me. I'm pretty strong, but a lot of guys, he could just go through your arms and keep going even if you try to press him. And he can block. He'll hit. He's a tough guy. He'll come back and deplete guys. Where Deshaun is more of a he's smaller, so he has to be, but he's more of a finesse, fast guy. And that was the thing that made the difference, is that speed. If they were the same speed, it would definitely be Hawk would definitely be the faster. The better, the harder guy to cover, I should say. But yeah, that speed, man, it's hard. For track in the spring, do you recommend the 1, the 2, or foremost? Definitely the 1 and the 2. If you're training for football, you realize the football is 4 seconds of burst strength, of speed and power. So anything over 200, I wouldn't recommend. Even if, like, to say you have to take a long ball, take a punt or pick back to the house, the longest that's going to be, shaking people or whatever, is 200 meters. So I say cap it off at 200, and do your 50s, your 1s, and your 2s, and kind of leave the 400 alone. Because the thing about it is your body, it has a memory. So the way you train it is the way it molds itself. You know, if you, I mean, and you can just look at sprinters and go compare them. I was a track guy, and I did run the 400 actually in high school, and in college. But if you look at sprinters, they're more buff, they're more, you know, muscular, and if you look at long distance runners, they're thinner. And you know, the sprinters, they have to have that muscle for the power. And as football players, we really have to have it. So you don't want to train your body. You want to train your body for strength and power, for short bursts of strength and power. And yeah, so I hope that answers that question. Defending the corner route on a slot receiver. No safety help. You're playing inside leverage. If you're playing inside leverage with no safety help on basically what you're saying on the flag route, you stay on get on top of them. See, the thing about that route, about that throw, is that it's a harder throw to make than a post. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like like I said before, an educated gamble. Now you can still recover and get on top of it, but that is a harder throw for the quarterback to make. You know, he's running out of space. The sideline is right there, so he's running out of space. That has to be a perfect throw. That route has to be nice too. If there's any kind of, you know, mess of error, the ball's either overthrown out of bounds, or if it's too low, you know, you may be able to undercut it and pick it. And so yeah, I still recommend, you know, you play inside, but just stay on top of it. You know, get on your horse, get on your back pedal, and he breaks out, stay inside. But here's the thing: even if they do run a flag or a corner route, I grew up calling it a flag route. But if they do run a corner route, most likely what they're going to do is line up inside. Well, if they do line up inside, like far inside, well, then now you can play square. You can change your alignment. You know, you can either play slightly outside shade or head up, and because, you know, if he runs inside, he's running in linebackers and traffic and a bunch of other stuff anyway. So yeah, if they're running a flag route, they're most likely going to line up inside, and then you can play an outside leverage. So yeah, you wouldn't. So yeah, you could do it like that. You might not have to play inside leverage. That's difficult if there's no safety help, or you'd have to go combo coverage like trips sometimes. Yeah, well, I mean, it will be hard for the safety to get over there anyway, because, you know, the receiver is going to the corner. So that would be on you, which is why I say definitely if they're running that and they line up inside, play outside shade or head up, and then, you know, you kind of win that leverage battle and stay on top of them. With any post or corner route, stay on top of the route. You know, make sure you open them hips and get on your horse. So, okay, well, we were about 3 minutes over, but it's okay, guys. Yeah, that's pretty okay. Wait, let's see. Yeah, one more. Any more questions? Refresh. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If continue to ask questions, I'll answer them in the on the text, and, you know, via text. And you can, like I said, you can always email me at greatcornerback@gmail.com or cornerbacktraining@gmail.com. Excuse me. And I'm always available to answer questions. Like I said, if you really want to take your game to the next level, check out the cornerback training, the program at cornerbacktraining.com. You know, we have to bring it all together. The X's and O's, the IQ, the wits, and the physical stuff. You know what I mean? You have to be strong, you have to be fast and powerful. So put them together and become a beast of a cornerback. It was great talking to you guys. Great questions. I'll probably be I'm still coming up with a topic for next week. If you guys have anything you want to talk about for next week, let me know. Hit me up. You guys have a great day, and let's train hard. You know, it's off season. I know guys are starting spring ball, so let's make sure we train hard. Let's get it. Bye. Uh-oh, missed the button.